Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you and tell you how to use a television remote. This will be a complete guide for beginners, so let's get right into the video. As you can see right here, I have this TV remote, and this is just one example of many different TV remotes that you might come across. This is a remote for one of my TVs, and then I also have over here a remote for my cable box, for one of my cable boxes. I have a few in the house, and as you can see, they're very similar. They look different, but the functions that they have are very similar. So I might be referencing both of them throughout the video. So first and foremost, I'm going to go over the majority of the buttons that are going to be on the majority of television remotes. There might be different ones on your remote, but I'm going to cover the vast majority of them, of the common ones. So you're going to find a power button somewhere there, okay? Now, as you can see right here, this one actually says TV power, and this is a different power button right here. Now, this, one of the power buttons is likely going to control the actual TV, the actual television unit, and then the other power button is probably going to control an additional thing that you might be able to program, whether it's a cable box or a DVD player or anything like that, okay? Like I said, on this remote as well, you see we have all power, which is power to the cable box and the TV, and then you have just TV power over here. So very, very similar, even on different remotes, okay? You're also going to have your numbers, which you can use to push with regards to channels. So if you want to choose a channel, you can type in the channel number over here, and there might be an enter button. So you might have to push the channel number and then enter, or just the channel number and then wait a few moments and it will automatically tune into the channel. In addition, you're probably going to find channel and volume buttons. So right here we have channel up and down. So you can push this to increase the channel number or decrease, and then you can increase the volume or decrease the volume with that. There's also likely going to be a mute button, and your mute button is probably going to be very, very close to your volume button, just so you can access it really easily. Now, the channel list on this remote, I never really use, but for instance, you might have something that says guide or channel list, right? And that is going to give you the TV guide or the TV channel list of things that you can choose from. So always keep that in mind. Now, you can see on this one, it says channel list and guide. So they're for different things. Now, this is the remote for my TV and not the cable box. So if I was directly hooking up my cable to my TV and not using an external cable box, I would be using the channel controls with this. But I use an external cable box, so I usually control the channels with this right here, okay? So in addition, there's likely going to be a menu button, okay? And your menu button is going to bring up all of the options for the actual television. So if you want to change the picture size, the picture quality, the volume controls, whatever, if you want to change any of the settings, you're likely going to have to push the menu button, and then you can use arrows to control the on-screen menu. Okay, this right here allows me to get out of the menu in the middle. It says sort of like go back, it looks like, right? Also, there's a return button here that can be used as well to go back to the previous thing that you're dealing with, okay? On this remote right here, the buttons are actually, the arrow buttons are actually built in right here, and there's an OK button in the middle that is used to say OK, continue on, okay? So like I said, even with this one, I haven't used the menu on this TV in a while, so this might be a go forward button. I just said it was a go back button, but it might be the OK button on this remote. I can't quite remember, but you also have an exit button, which is going to be used to just sort of get out of the entire thing. Now, you can see that it says A, B, C, and D, and these letter buttons, some of them have A, B, and C, some have just A, B, C, and D. It all depends on the television. But these letter buttons are going to be sort of used to do certain things with the television. You can see right here, even on this remote, A, B, C, and D, and these are used to bring up certain things on the cable box, right? So you have to look at your manual to see what that does. Now on this one, it actually says e-manual, which I believe this is the electronic manual for the television. I've never really had to use it, but it's nice to know that it's available with the press of a button, okay? And then these ones are very specific for the remote. You have like a closed captioning button, but usually this is controlled within the TV menu. You generally wouldn't have a button for closed captioning, but you might have, these very, very specific buttons, okay? In addition, we have this control right here for almost like the playback. So you have the rewind, the pause, the fast forward, the record, the play, and the stop. And as you can see right here on my cable box remote, we have the same things. Rewind, play or pause as one button, fast forward, record, and then we also have an exit right here to go back, okay? So that's basically it. At the end of the day, those are the most common buttons that you'll find on a television remote. There are other ones by all means, but those are the most common ones. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.